I still don't know which part was worse, seeing my own face on a missing person poster, or realizing that the people in my city were already looking for me, for a disappearance I never committed, because I was standing right there, alive, breathing, normal. But according to the city, I had been missing for 7 days, and the worst part? I only found out when someone tried to return me home. It started on a normal evening. I was coming back from college, tired, headphones in, lost in my own thoughts. At the bus stop, I noticed something odd. A poster, taped slightly crooked on the metal board. At first I ignored it, but something about it pulled my attention back. It had a face, my face. I blinked, looked away, looked back again. It was still there. A missing person poster, black and white. A slightly low-quality photo, but clearly me. Below it, bold letters. Have you seen this person? And under that, name, arm, age 18, missing since 7 days ago. My body went cold. I laughed immediately. A nervous, stupid laugh. Nice prank, I whispered to myself. Someone must have edited my picture. Deepfake. Photoshop. Some weird college joke. I reached out and tore the poster off, but when I turned it around, it wasn't printed. It was old, faded, like it had been on that board for days, maybe even longer. I dropped it instantly and walked away faster. I convinced myself it was nothing until I reached home. My neighbor aunt was sitting outside. She looked at me strangely. Not normal greeting strange, but studying me strange. Then she said something that didn't make sense. Oh, you came back? I stopped. Back from where? I asked. She frowned. Beta, you were missing nah? I laughed again, but this time it didn't feel normal. Missed? I was in college today. Her face changed. Like she didn't believe me. Like she was scared of me saying that. She slowly pulled her phone out, scrolled, and showed me a post. Local community group. My face. Same missing poster. Same details. Even my clothes matched what I was wearing that moment. But the post was dated 7 days ago. I felt my throat tighten. No, this is fake, I said quickly. I never went missing. But she didn't reply. She just said, you should go home. Like I didn't belong outside anymore. When I reached home, the lock clicked normally. Everything looked normal. But normal is a dangerous word, because normal can lie. My mother was in the kitchen. I called her. Amy? She turned and froze. Not happy, not surprised, just frozen. Like she was seeing something she had been trying not to see for days. Where were you? She asked slowly. I was at college, I said again. She shook her head. No, you weren't. That sentence hit differently, because she didn't say it like a question. She said it like a fact. Then she walked over to the wall and pointed. I turned, and my stomach dropped. There were posters, dozens of them, pasted on the wall inside my own house. All of them me, all of them missing. And on top of one of them, a handwritten note from my father. It said, if you are reading this, then we still haven't found him. I stepped back. No, this is not real, I whispered. But my mother finally spoke something that broke me. We reported you missing a week ago. I sat down. My mind started breaking into pieces because I remembered yesterday and the day before that, in college, and my phone, and my routine. Everything was there. No gaps, no missing time. So how could I be missing for 7 days? My mother placed a phone in front of me. It was mine. But notifications were wrong. Messages from unknown numbers. We found your son near the railway station. He doesn't remember his name. He keeps denying he is missing. My hands started shaking. This isn't me, I said. But even as I said it, a part of me wondered, what if it is? That night I couldn't sleep. Every sound felt wrong. Every shadow felt like it had meaning. At around midnight, I heard something outside. Paper rustling. I looked out the window, and my breath stopped. A man was outside my house, pasting posters, missing posters of me. But that wasn't the worst part, because he turned, and I saw his face clearly. It was me. Exactly me. Same height, same face, same clothes, but his expression was calm, like he belonged there, like I was the wrong version. He looked straight at my window and smiled. Then he said something. Even though I was inside and he was outside, I heard it clearly. You're late. The next morning I ran outside. He was gone. But the posters were everywhere now, even more than before. On every wall, every pole, every shop, people were looking at them like it was normal, like I was already gone. At a tea stall, I overheard two men talking. They say he ran away from home. No, he got replaced. I turned. What did you say? They looked at me like I was a stranger. One of them pointed at the poster. That boy. He was here last week. Then he stopped showing up. I am that boy, I shouted. Silence. Then one of them said something I will never forget. If you are him, then why are there two of you? That night I went back home. But something was different. The house felt divided, like two versions of reality were overlapping. And in my room, I found a notebook, my handwriting, but I never wrote it. The last page said, if you ever find this, do not trust the version of you outside. My heart stopped, because I realized something horrifying. The posters weren't saying I was missing. They were saying I had been replaced, and I was the leftover version. Suddenly, a knock came at the door. Slow, deliberate. My mother's voice. Open the door. But I was already inside. So who was outside? I opened the door slightly and saw her, my mother, standing there. But behind her was me, the other me, the version from the posters. He stepped forward and said softly, "You've confused them enough." My mother didn't even look at me. She looked at him, like she recognized him as her son. Not me, not anymore. And in that moment, I understood. I wasn't the missing one. I was the error they couldn't remove yet. The original that should have disappeared. The other me smiled again and whispered, "It's time you go missing properly." The next morning, there were no posters of me anymore, because the city had found me and fixed the mistake. Now when people talk about me, they say, yes, he was missing once, but they found him and replaced him correctly.